One Piece manga chapter 896. Before we get into this chapter, a quick look at the cover page. Now we finally transitioned from Leo to Harujin, and obviously this is the aftermath of him quitting his work with Buggy, and he seems to be heading out somewhere, but we do know his initial plan was to make Am become the captain of the newly formed giant pirate that will eventually be under the flag of the Straw Hats. Now we're not exactly sure if he's recruited the other giant members yet, but these upcoming cover stories should be fun, especially if Oda does plan to tease some stuff with Elbaf, but this should be good moving forward. Now on to One Piece chapter 896. Now this chapter left me with a lot of questions, and I was a bit disappointed with how, the Katakuri versus Luffy fight ended. I think we're gonna have a good amount of mixed reactions in the community. You either love this chapter, you didn't like it, or you're right there in the middle. It's one of these three choices at this point. But for the first bit of the chapter, we actually see all of the Big Mom pirates stationed at the last mirror, waiting for Luffy to jump out, and basically everyone there was hyping Katakuri up to be unbeatable, and Luffy's only choice was to run away to find Brule to escape through the mirrors. It's safe to say that these guys are in for a shock. Again, Katakuri is the literal stronghold of the Big Mom pirates. Once news gets out that he was defeated, this would definitely break the spirits of most Big Mom pirates. Also in the back, we have Sanji waiting for Luffy to come out. Given that Luffy would not be in any condition to fight that much people, including a commander snack, and there's Oven there as well. And even Sanji states that they would be done for if Luffy isn't able to shake them off. Now, as much as I don't like how Sanji was portrayed in this arc, Oda needs to make this man do something great before the arc ends. But we also get some stuff we're putting in Sanji, and Sanji essentially forgiving her of everything. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the face did get me, simply because Oda is so good at showing emotions when he makes people cry. Now, I was a bit reminiscent of other emotional scenes that happened in the show. Now, even though Pudding wasn't really a favorite in this arc, the feels were definitely there. And now she also asked us Sanji for one last request. Now, we didn't actually see what she actually said, but we can assume she told him something, I don't know, important, I guess. And she was shown taking out the cigarette from his mouth. At first, I thought she was telling Sanji to stop smoking, but I don't think that was the case, because at the end of the chapter, we actually see Sanji with his cigarette and it's still in his mouth. But yeah, who knows? Hopefully it has some relevance later on in this arc on the story. Now we move on back to Katakuri versus Luffy, and we finally get to see the conclusion of the final attack. Now both attacks did connect. Now at a first glance, it looks like Katakuri stopped for a second, but then you notice there's a huge ass crater on the floor, and you can see blood dripping from Luffy. So both attacks did connect, and both Luffy and Katakuri passed out. Technically, it is a double KO, but whoever stands up first is the winner, which happened to be Luffy. Now it looks like Katakuri was the first one to get up, but it was actually Luffy, but he had to climb the hole, which gave Katakuri time to stand up. Now the panel with Katakuri standing over Luffy was on some spooky stuff. It would be crazy if Katakuri was like, time for round 2, Straw Hat. But unfortunately, the end of this fight was a bit vague for me personally. Like, the dialogue between Katakuri and Luffy was a bit pointless. There wasn't really any substance there. Definitely, I think, lackluster in many regards. So I'm sort of disappointed with the conclusion of the fight. Now there was a panel of Katakuri on his back, and this dude looks like a giant. Now during the fight, he wasn't that big, so I don't know what's up with the size scale in this fight. Katakuri straight up looks like a giant in that panel. Like, Luffy looks like a kid essentially. In the earlier chapters of this fight, he wasn't that big. He was like 3 times Luffy's height in some panels in the at the start of the fight. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But that was pretty much the chapter. We got some stuff with Peckham's, him coming to save Luffy from the mirror world. But why did Oda give this man an introduction box? That's what I want to know. We know who that is, Oda. You're not fooling anyone. But overall, this was it was a good chapter, a decent chapter. I'm not gonna say it's a great chapter. We're gonna have a lot of mixed reactions in the community, but overall I rate this chapter 7 out of 10. But comment down below what you guys think. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe for more content on this channel. It is Pharaoh, and I will see you folks later. Peace.